Today's topic is a geological formation that gained brief fame when it was depicted as the haunting remains of a futuristic Yankee stadium after Earth's collapse in the movie Oblivion. And the movie has actually gained some respect for minimizing the use of green screens. And they did many of the CGI scenes as a layer on top of a real landscape, so they wouldn't have to build the scenes from the ground up, which produced a more realistic effect than a fully digital set. And there are, of course, videos on YouTube that explain the making of Oblivion, so I'm not going there. My job is to explain some of the geology behind the crater scene and other scenes later on, because they actually filmed several scenes in this movie here in Iceland. And this video covers a location by Iceland's Highway number 1, the official ring road. I'm, of course, leaving a Google Maps link in the video description, and we find this crater shortly after we make a turn onto Route 88, better known as the road to Hrossaborg volcano. Only open a few months a year, and if you are traveling outside that time, you can just park at the intersection and walk to the crater, which is only 1 kilometer away. And it goes by the name Hrossaborg, which translates to Horse Fortress. Local farmers use the natural enclosure to keep horses, for example, after the autumn roundup, before the horses were taken back home. And Hrossaborg is one of Iceland's finest examples of magmatic explosion craters, or more precisely, a tuff rain. Although it resembles a classic volcanic cone from a distance, it formed, however, through a very different and much more explosive process, and the crater acts in a way like a geological time capsule. It's a little snapshot of the moment when Iceland was emerging from the grip of the last ice age, with fire rising into a landscape still saturated by glacial water, producing one spectacular steam-driven explosion after another. And the source of the explosions can be traced to the fissure swarm from Hrossaborg volcano. And the crater sits in what is called the Geological graben, which we can observe here from a wider angle in a different season. And a bit further west, we have another graben called Geological, and the last eruption there was in 1875. We're looking over that lava now with Hrossaborg crater in the background. And this lava traveled likely all the way from Hrossaborg volcano via a subsurface dike over 60 kilometers away. And the land was dry this time, so it left us with a classical Icelandic lava field. And I'm linking to a short video on my little Icelandic channel, where you can see more from this formation. And now, in 2026, magma has yet again been accumulating in this huge system. Ground uplift can still be detected near Hrossaborg volcano. So footage from here could, at some point in time, be categorized as historically valuable before footage, in case Mother Nature gives us a new landscape. And the crater is an important part of the ancient flood story from here. The breach in its eastern side was carved out by some of the catastrophic meltwater floods from the nearby glacial river, and many of those floods likely originate in Hrossaborg volcano, which sits above the mantle plume. And that volcano, like Hrossaborg, is reloading for the next eruption. And wherever we look around here, we see remains from huge events. So the crater is just a part of a major geological storyboard about the origin of Iceland and the processes that formed our land. And I'm linking to some of the stories I already have online from the flood path. My shorter videos about that path are a part of the tourist section of my channel. But during my travels, when I'm going after footage from these locations, I'm also building a much larger database of footage. And at some point in time, when I feel that I have covered all the ground I need to cover, I will get some help from experts to explain the big picture. And until then, enjoy this snapshot of Iceland's history. And with that, I'm sending you my best regards from the volcano island, Iceland.